Good evening. Welcome you all to the June Planning Commission meeting. Joe, you want to do roll call for us?
Mike Armstrong.
Here.
Ben Crafton.
Here.
Carl Eaglin.
Here.
Rick Ferris.
Here.
Zach Laughlin.
Here.
Jerry Ralston.
Here.
Patrick Devnall.
Here.
Josh Wilbur.
Here. All right, everyone should have received last month's meeting minutes. Are there any questions, changes, additions, edits?
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes as printed.
I'll second.
Joe? You also want to do an all? Okay, we'll just do it. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, on to our applications for the evening. Let me pull those back up. And our first application for this evening is applicant David Connolly. Application for variance from subdivision regulations. Applicant requests a waiver from section J, paragraph 1 of the subdivision regulations, delineating the requirements for a portion of the land to be set aside for park use. Location is 46 East, 350 North, zoned high-density residential. If you would, state your name and address for us.
Hi, David Connolly, 46 East 350 North.
All right, thank you, David. All right, Joe, is there anything more we need to know about this other than what's there? Okay. David, do you have any further information for us about this subdivision?
No, the park requirement was mainly not necessarily for the minor subdivision plat, which is what am doing. It's basically 5 lots on 2 acres, 20% for a park with minimum, I can't remember what the minimum, it was like, yeah, that would pretty much just blow it up.
Okay.
But I think that was required or thought of mainly as a large development, not a minor subdivision plat.
Okay. Any questions from the board? All right. Any questions from the audience?
Yes.
Okay. If you could, can you come up to the podium and state your name and address for us? And
Hi, I'm Debbie Walls. I live on 350 North, and we was wondering how are you going to fit that many, places on there? 5. Yes.
There's my house, which is on.
Yes, I know.
My house, which is on the corner.
Yes.
This is Michigan Road. There'll be 1 here, 1 here, 4 and 5 here. This is where parks.
Okay, so where are these people going to come out on the road? On
They'll come out
350?
Michigan.
On
here,
Michigan?
And 350 here.
Okay. 350 isn't in real good shape. We have a lot of traffic on it. We have a lot of heavy traffic on it that really shouldn't be on that. I don't really, I'm not real fond of, knowing there's gonna be a whole lot more traffic on that road.
How many driveways come out on 350 you're talking about? There's 2 or 3.
Oh, there's,
On this,
Yeah.
on 350,
there'll be additional 1 culvert parking lot. My property has the
Already.
driveway I use, and then 1 in my barn, so there'd be,
Just gonna add 1.
it'll add 1, 2, if you count the 1 on my property that's tied to the barn.
Okay. And it'll just be a family dwelling, not a
Yeah, that's why I
business.
did it to these lot sizes, to keep it to a single family dwelling as opposed to the 32 units per acre that it's on.
okay, so there'll be 5 single dwelling buildings that are built there. Okay.
are the buildings gonna be, fairly big or,
That'll be up to the builder. I'm not gonna construct anything.
Oh, you're not,
I'm
okay.
gonna sell off these lots.
okay,
Well, I'm gonna sell off the 2 on Michigan right,
okay.
hopefully right away or close to it. Then I'm gonna keep the corner lot where I live, and then those 2 lots I'm gonna hold on to and sell
Okay,
in the distant future.
okay. So this is, kind of like approved already that, he could do this?
No, this is what he's here to
Oh,
get
okay, I
approved
wasn't
for.
sure. I just
So-
had found out about it, and, there was several people on the road wondering, what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And, we just couldn't see 5 houses on that corner. It
Okay.
really,
So do you feel more comfortable after seeing the drawing of where the houses will go?
no,
Okay.
not really.
And what about traffic? So you got 5 dwellings. I mean, traffic will probably increase a little bit. 5 dwellings will increase the traffic a
I
ton.
think we've got like, 7 driveways,
Okay.
on 3, I mean, I'd have to count, but,
Yeah.
I'm, not really sure.
Yeah,
Is there more?
there's a lot
Okay.
to add.
But you only add actually one, just not your use, correct?
But, like I said, I was just kind of concerned, because that, to me, it just seemed like a lot to put on that corner.
Yeah.
And, with, MPP coming out, when you come out on, 350, there's a lot of times that the traffic is really bad on that road. And, to get out on Michigan, I should say. So, I was just kind of worried about, and I just thought that I better come in and
Well-
voice my opinion.
It's
So,
it's a valid
okay.
concern. Valid concern. So with your drawing there, can you show us where where people will exit and enter? We'll bring it up here, and then you can show the board here just to be sure.
Again, I'm not gonna be building anything on it, so I can only guess what they'd be wanting to do.
Okay.
But I would say they'd probably either have, driveways here or here. The existing driveway culverts are here and here.
Okay. So you're thinking they're going to put one maybe in the middle?
I'd say the barn was purposely kept back for,
Yeah.
so that they'd at least have that option
Okay.
and to meet the setbacks. And then this one, they could go either side, there's a right of way on this side, so, it could go either way.
But at this point, you're just looking for the variance for the actual subdivision itself, and not for any drive,
No, no, I'm not-
entrances or
I'm not
exits.
planning on building on this, I'm not even planning on selling these two for a big long lot. I'm gonna sell these two on Michigan
Okay.
and then keep these 3.
So you're keeping those 3 plots just
Yes.
in your back pocket for a while. Okay.
The other board member wanna?
Yeah. Yep. You
And
show them.
honestly, on Michigan Road, the drainage is not really good either. I think if anybody's ever drove on Michigan Road after a big rain, you see it, up towards your houses. So I just don't know how that would, go on the drainage also.
That was Rhonda's question, who's the neighbor to the immediate south of this. And there's the big culvert there at, Madison Township
Okay.
that directs, these lots have never flooded, there's never been, I've got a little issue in my side yard, but that's
Okay.
mainly from a collapsed sidewalk, culvert. But that stretch there, it's right there to cut off to go across the street and into the
Okay.
system. They've never had a problem, and I don't think it would hurt anything on that south side.
But putting something there, it might cause some problems, don't you
It
think?
drains really well to the front, they would have to drastically alter the landscaping on that, which wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, well, if you would come up to the podium and state your name and address for us, though.
Ruthie Cedam, and I live on 350 North, and I live on down by 421. And so we live like on a hill, and when you come down to the drive, we get all the water from up there, all of it. And it's root down my yard, and the county came out and tried to fix it, and they did a lousy job. So we get all that rain coming down, and it's washed out front of and my house, and, it keeps tearing up the culverts down there because they won't hold rocks or anything. So that's the problem that I see, and that all the other houses aren't ditched, so I get all that.
Well, a lot of this, just to remind you, so he's not building,
Right.
right? So
Right.
he's obviously looking to sell, to someone else that might build, and then they would be
Yeah.
coming in front of us, you normally to get the variances and so forth for their
Sure.
home switch. At that point, that would be a good time to repeat your concern, because
Okay.
it would be on that builder to make sure that they're not causing problems for
Yeah.
other residents,
Right.
in the
And
area.
I'm not sure where the break point is, where water from on 3P starts going, because it goes both around my house and across to the fire department, and also down the
it's good. They're good questions, and they're valid concerns. That would be what I would be concerned with, living, close by as
And
well.
there's probably at least 12 driveways on that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Most of them's on the
They're all, yeah, there's only one,
south
two
side.
on the north,
Yeah,
south side.
yeah. So it could be more, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for voicing your concerns, though. Thank you. Is there anyone else from the audience that would like to speak for or against? Do you guys still want to see the drawing? Yes. Okay. Let's make sure they see the drawing before we move forward. All right, now that we've gone through questions and concerns, because there is a variance on this, we have to do what's called a findings of fact with it. So I'll ask some questions for each board member to consider, whether you believe it does meet or does not meet the finding of fact question, or have any questions about it. So, Joe, should I go through this one by one and get their opinion on each one, or go through them all together? One by one, okay. All right, so the first one is, will this variance be detrimental to the public safety, health, or welfare, or injurious to other property? So we'll go through this. Mike?
No, not as presented. I think in the future, when they start building, that might be a time for the concern.
Okay. Rick?
No, I don't think so either. I think the current conditions are such that the onus would be on the builder that's, would purchase that property to build on it.
Okay.
If I may interject for just a moment.
Yes.
Keep in mind this variance is for basically a waiver requirement from section J, which is the open space requirements, stating that he has to have open space for parks or playgrounds or that sort of nature. That's what the variance is for.
Okay. Patrick?
I don't see any reason why it would affect any of that. It's a small parcel being subdivided with a small number of lots.
Van?
No, I don't believe so.
Zach?
No.
Carl?
No.
Jerry?
No.
All right. And I don't think so either. I don't think it's going to cause a problem. Next one, are there conditions upon which the request for a variance is based unique to the property for which the variance is sought and are not applicable generally to other property? So we'll go through the same order. Mike?
I don't think so.
Rick?
I don't see any reason to believe so.
Patrick?
I think given the size of the property, it does make it kind of unique to this, which in my mind would justify the need for a variance.
Okay. Van?
No.
Zach?
No.
Carl?
No.
Jerry?
No.
And I agree with Patrick on that. I mean, the same thing, everyone too. Next one, did the need for the variance arise because of the particular physical surroundings, shape, or topographical conditions of the specific property involved, and will a particular hardship to the owner result as distinguished from a mere inconvenience if the strict letter of these regulations are carried out? Mike?
No.
Rick?
I think strict adherence might prevent the division into the number of lots.
Okay. Patrick?
I agree, for the same reasons.
Van?
No.
Zach?
Yeah, I agree with Patrick and Rick, yeah.
Carl?
No.
Jerry?
I agree with Patrick and Rick.
Yeah, I too agree with Patrick and Rick. Will the variance in any manner vary the provisions of the zoning ordinance or comprehensive plan as interpreted by the commission or their agents? Mike?
No.
Rick?
No, I don't believe so.
Patrick?
No.
Van?
No.
Zach?
No.
Carl?
No.
Jerry?
No.
And no from me. If the variance impacts on design and construction of public facilities, have all appropriate public agencies been given ample time to comment in writing to the commission? Mike? Yeah, I mean, this is, Joe, this is kind of, I don't know. Is it applicable? Still ample time, okay, just want to make sure, okay. So it would be, yes, there's been ample time, or no, there's not been ample time, is that pretty much what we're answering then? Okay, so,
Yes.
okay. Rick,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Van,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes.
and yes from me. So those are the findings of fact questions. Is there any other commentary the board feels they need before considering this for a vote? If not, I'll accept a motion.
I move we approve application 23-1 for David Connolly at 46 East 350 North.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
Joe?
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Van Crafton,
Yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston,
Yes.
Patrick Devenoff,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur.
Yes. All right, our second application, David, you stay up here, is application for subdivision final plat. Applicant is requesting approval for final plat for a subdivision consisting of 5 lots on approximately 1.53 acres, location 46 East 350 North, zoned high-density residential. Anything further you want to add to that? It's
You've
pretty,
seen the plans.
pretty black and white.
You've heard the concerns, and I think we've shared them, so they're hopefully will be addressed at the building section as opposed to at this point, but, if there's anything you have, now's the time to ask.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Questions, concerns from the audience? All right, hearing none, we'll accept a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the, application 23-2.
You have a second?
I'll s-
Second.
All right, Joe?
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Van Crafton,
Yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston,
Yes.
Patrick Devenoff,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur.
Yes. All right, thank you, David.
Thank you all very much.
All right, our next application is PCGB 23-3, applicant's Dana Campbell. Application for general business setbacks. Applicant is requesting approval for setbacks for a quick serve drive-through restaurant. Applicant is requesting a 0 lot line on all property lines. Location 407 Clifty Drive, zoned general business. Do we have someone representing? All right. If you would, state your name and address for us.
My name is Steve Colber, and my address is 828 Davis Street in Evanston, Illinois. And Dana works for me, sorry.
Okay.
I should have been my bad, sorry.
All right. Is there anything more for us to consider with this application that you'd like to?
No, you see, you have seen the site plan, what we're proposing, it's for Duncan, and we're looking forward to get moving on the project.
So the zero setback on that, what's the explanation for needing 0?
Well,
So-
we open a plan here.
And this is a Dunkin' Donut, correct?
Dunkin' Donuts, yes. It's not a full store, it's a drive-through with a walk-up lobby, is what it's
Okay.
gonna have. It's
okay.
not-
Okay.
If there's any seating, there might be some counter seating,
Little
but
bit.
that's it.
Okay,
So, reason for the setback is where we're right on, actually, there's no reason for a 0 setback, now looking at our drawings. We're off the property line a little bit. We have to share that side parking that you see that's there. That's part of a shared parking agreement with KFC that's there.
yeah,
So, and we're not concerned about parking for us because there's drive-through only, and the Dunkin' busy hours is 5 AM to like 10. You know, so it really offsets with what KFC has. But the setback that we're showing on here, actually, we're, you know, off the property line as it is.
okay.
So I don't know if Dana has some conversations with staff about that, but we don't,
So it's not really a 0.
it's not really 0, no.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's why, so Joe, did you take a look at this? And
out here.
That's what will happen is, after you guys discuss, you'll typically do a motion to approve the approved drawing rather than actual setbacks.
Okay. Well, it's just because they specifically asked for that,
Sometimes it incorporates plant
Yeah.
signage or,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
parking lighting, those are all
Curbing.
considered fixed structures.
Okay.
Which have to be included in the setbacks.
Okay. So, one of my questions for you, along with this is, traffic with Duncan, right? Because 5 to 10 a.m. being obviously off of a major road, for Madison, what's your expectation, car-wise, of what you can get through and how many cars can be there without causing a backup onto Clifty Drive?
I can tell you this, we do a lot of Dunkin' Donuts and do traffic studies all the time, and so what you see here, we show a double drive-through. This might change because Dunkin' standards to a single drive-through. So in the back there's 2 lanes that might turn to 1.
Oh.
But we can still get 11 cars in the queue, and even at the busiest Dunkin's, if we have 9 cars in the queue, we're happy as a clam. And that's if it backs out to the street. Here, we have the luxury of coming all the way to the back of the lot, so any real traffic issues out on Clifty would be next to nothing. We'd have to have like 40 cars in the queue for that to be a problem.
So your drive-through will be more towards the back,
Yeah,
coming off the
drawings,
road. Yeah.
if you come all the way through the bottom of the parking lot and then enter the drive-through and then come up. So in terms of traffic, this is like a dream location for what a Dunkin' would do. Plus, the way a Dunkin' is set up, your typical order nationally is 90 seconds from the menu board to the window.
Okay.
Because everything's push button. There's no barista or anything like that. It's all pretty quickly formulated. And the new Dunkin's are even geared up more for drive-through only type stores.
Okay.
So in terms of traffic, we feel really good about this location being not a hindrance at all on the road. I mean, there'd have to be something drastically wrong if
Everybody in Madison wants it that one day.
we have room for everybody. We have room for everybody.
Even your first day, Mike told.
It's always
You
busy.
there that
Sure.
first day.
Yeah.
Traditionally for Dunkin', the first, like the first week or so, it's maybe busier and traffic might be a thing because everyone's discovering that there's a Dunkin' there.
Right.
One of the things though that we always say at every one of these meetings is that Dunkin's are designed not so much as a brand new destination, they're designed to grab the traffic that's already there. So it's not like everyone's gonna go out of their way to come here, maybe they do, but it's not a huge percentage. These locations are selected because of the traffic that's already there, and that's how they approve corporately these type of locations. So the impact that we add is not a ton.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. Other questions from the board?
My only concern with the site plan is that the drive-through traps cars in it. Once you're in, you can't get out. I didn't know if there was any kind of safety hazard with that, any way that could be mitigated. I know it's a narrow lot.
Yeah, normally we'd like to have like a bypass lane or something like that, but just the way the nature of this lot and the way we have to keep that parking, that's part of the shared parking access with the KFC next door, it's kind of tough to pull it off. We have plenty of drive-throughs without a bypass lane. I only know of, in all the years I've been doing them, one experience where just a car died at the window, and there was, they had to get out and push it out of the way. But usually it's not too much of a concern.
Would,
Where I was across the street, they only had the 1 lane.
Yeah, it's
One on each side, but still it's a single lane.
yeah, you see bypasses more and more now that there's more and more drive-throughs coming in. But on tight lots like this, we're not showing one. I mean, if we had plenty of room, I'd put one in there, but we're kind of tight from what the existing parking is and what we have for the property to the west.
would there be no way on the, that'd be the I guess the west side of the building, opposite of the KFC? There'd be no way to run a bypass through
No,
there?
I think that would be just a lot of paving for a use they would never really use, and plus I don't want to, that's where we don't want to put a drive right up next to our neighbors there. Just to keep a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
of
fair.
landscaping, we'll make it look nice between the 2 buildings.
Okay.
Plus, at the front, which you don't see it on this drawing, when we get to the parking, there's, the parking for the neighbors, I believe, is right up to where our parking starts too. So
Okay.
someone would be losing a parking spot if we had that drive to the west going all the way past the building.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Other questions? Questions, concerns from the audience? All right, hearing none, accept a motion.
I would move we approve application 23-3 for Dana Campbell at 407 Clifty Drive.
All right, do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, Joe?
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Van Crafton, Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston,
Yes.
Patrick Devon,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur.
Yes. All right, our next, application, might as well stay up there. Yeah. Oh, sure, go ahead, go ahead. Certified mail, yeah, yeah. You been served? Is that? All right, our next application's PCAP 23 5. Dana Campbell is the applicant. It's an application for accessible parking plan. Applicant is requesting approval for a parking plan for a quick-serve drive-through restaurant. A total of 16 parking spaces are required with one ADA space. Based upon total square footage, applicant plans to provide a total of 24 parking spaces with one ADA space. So I guess I'm a little confused. You going with a 16 or you going with 24?
We have 24 spaces on the site. That includes the shared parking that we're using with the KFC.
Okay,
And we're looking for just, what's required and what we have are two different things, and we wanna make sure that we're all square. And also, I understand that we'll work with, staff, is that there's gonna be some improvements on Clifty, and we spoke with the engineers about that, so we're gonna incorporate that, and that might change that little section of parking that we have kind of floating out there.
yeah,
So we just wanna make sure that, what we have for a drive-through only with a limited lobby access is gonna be okay, because we still have to work with the engineers as to what they're doing out on Clifty.
okay, good point, good point.
Your ADA parking, will that be wide enough and striped so if it's a van type vehicle, they will be able to bring a wheelchair off without any?
Yeah, it'll be it's your typical accessible spot that needs to be, but if the municipality feels so inclined, because we do have extra parking, because of our drive-through only nature, we're not opposed to making it a little bit more of a van accessible spot.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? Questions, concerns from the audience? All right, hearing none, do we have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the application 23-5.
I'll second.
Joe?
Mike Armstrong. Yes. Dan Crafton. Yes. Carl Eagle.
Yes.
Rick Barrett.
Yes.
Zach Laughlin.
Yes.
Jerry Rolson.
Yes.
Patrick Dednoff.
Yes.
Josh Wilbur.
Yes. All right, thank you very much,
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for investing in Madison. All right, our next application is PCAF 23 2, applicants Alexandra Hammock. Application to amend final plat. Application is requesting to create a parcel based upon removing lot 53 from parcel and leaving lots 51 and 52 consolidated. All lots originally of the John Sheets addition. Location 1010 East First Street, zoned Historic District Residential. So do we have?
So this application and the following two applications should be tabled. They didn't meet the certified mail requirements.
Oh,
so
okay.
It needs to be tabled for the next month.
Do we need to vote on that?
So
To
we need to
table
make a
them, I
motion
assume? Okay, so
Unanimous consent.
someone will make a motion to.
I move to table applications 23-2, 23-3, and 23-4 due to legal notice requirements not being met.
Second that.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right. Okay, with that, we are done with the applications and we'll go on to new business. The first order of new business is Resolution 2023-1, the City of Madison, resolution of the City of Madison Plan Commission approving certain amendments to a declaratory resolution approved and adopted by the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission, creation of riverfront allocation area. And we have someone from the City of Madison to speak.
Yeah, good evening, Commissioners. Tony Steinhardt, the Director of Economic and Redevelopment. I appreciate your time this evening. We have two requests tonight. The first one, as Josh mentioned, is the decrement process. Throughout the life of a TIF district, much like any portfolio, you need to sort of go through it from time to time and assess that portfolio. We've done that and have identified a number of parcels that have a negative assessment over the years. And I'm asked a number of times how that happens. I'm certainly not the assessor, but sometimes property falls into the negative assessment. That ultimately takes off the increment that we can capture. So we have gone through this process with our financial advisors, Reedy Financial, and are asking that these parcels be reset to set the new base of the Redevelopment Commission's TIF district, so that the RDC can regain approximately $100,000 a year in revenue from that. So we'd ask for your approval tonight. This also has to go to City Council as well.
All right. do we want to have it read first or have questions first? So
just as clarification, they're actually doing the second item of business first.
we're doing,
We're doing the decrement process first? That's what I thought I heard.
so,
Yes, I'm sorry, I thought that's what
Yeah.
I mentioned first.
2023-2.
yeah, you're doing 2023-2 is what you were talking about there.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm sorry, Commissioners.
Thanks, Tony. You
Well,
messed
I'm
me
sorry,
all
you
up.
said decrement, that's what I heard, so that's where I went first, but we can certainly, talk about the other one too if you want. But, doesn't
What
matter.
do you think we should do? Just go with the first or second one at this point? He's talked about.
We
the
can just go
second.
ahead and read them both, and then we can do public comment on both.
Let's do it. Okay.
Alright. So 2023-1 is a resolution of the City of Madison Planning Commission approving certain amendments to a declaratory resolution approved and adopted by the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission. Whereas the City of Madison Planning Commission is the body charged with the duty of developing a general plan of development for the City of Madison. Whereas the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission previously adopted and amended a declaratory resolution establishing the North Madison Economic Development Area and the North Madison Allocation Area in the city and approving an economic development plan for the economic development area. And whereas the Redevelopment Commission heretofore approved and adopted a resolution amending the declaratory resolution to expand the economic development area, create a certain new allocation area designated as the City of Madison Riverfront Allocation Area, and add certain additional projects to the plan, and take related actions as described in the 2023 resolution. And whereas the Redevelopment Commission has submitted the 2023 resolution to the Plan Commission for its approval pursuant to Indiana Code 36.7.14.16, now therefore be it resolved by the City of Madison Plan Commission as follows: the 2023 resolution and the amendments to the plan contained therein conform to the plan of development for the city. This Plan Commission hereby approves the 2023 resolution and the amendments to the plan contained therein. This resolution hereby constitutes the written order of the Plan Commission approving the 2023 resolution and the amendments to the plan contained therein pursuant to Indiana Code 36.7.14.16. The Secretary of this Plan Commission is hereby directed to file a copy of the 2023 resolution with the minutes of this meeting. And I don't think I need to read the attachment, but.
No.
Resolution 2023-2 is a resolution of the City of Madison Plan Commission approving certain amendments to a declaratory resolution approved and adopted by the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission, removal of parcels and decrement. Whereas the City of Madison Plan Commission is the body charged with the duty of developing a general plan of development for the City of Madison, Indiana. Whereas the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission previously adopted and amended a declaratory resolution establishing the North Madison Economic Development Area and the North Madison Allocation Area and approving an economic development plan for the economic development area. And whereas the Redevelopment Commission heretofore approved and adopted a resolution amending the declaratory resolution to remove certain parcels, creating decrement from the existing allocation area and simultaneously adding such parcels back into the allocation area as described in the 2023 resolution. And whereas the Redevelopment Commission has submitted the resolution 2023-2R to the Plan Commission for its approval pursuant to Indiana Code 36.7.14.16, now therefore be it resolved by the City of Madison Plan Commission as follows: the 2023 resolution and the amendments to the plan contained therein conform to the plan of development for the city. Two, this Plan Commission hereby approves the 2023 resolution and the amendments to the plan contained therein. This resolution hereby constitutes a written order of the Plan Commission approving the 2023 resolution and the amendments to the plan contained therein. The Secretary of this Plan Commission is hereby directed to file a copy of the 2023 resolution with the minutes of this meeting.
Any questions, comments from the board?
Same thing from the audience. Any comment from the audience too?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Good there. No, yep. I don't want you to read it again either.
Yeah, thank you.
Any questions? Yeah.
It's always fun.
Any questions, comments from the audience on the two resolutions? All right. Hearing none, take a motion on both. Can we take a motion on both resolutions? Okay.
Make a motion, we approve both resolutions, 2023-1 and 2023-2.
All right. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Joe?
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Van Crafton,
Yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Jerry Rawson,
Yes.
Patrick Tevnoff,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur.
Yes. All right, thank you, Tony,
guys.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Tony.
Any other new business on the board? All right, hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Anybody from the audience wants to speak
On,
on anything?
on anything? Did we do that? Anybody from the audience have any new business or anything? Okay. I don't think we've ever done that before, Carl.
Okay, okay. I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second the
All right,
motion.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned.
No, they did. I just, not used to the audience.
That's what I used to asking that at the end, like
Well,
that.
at the, Ways and Means, we always ask.
Oh.
We always have people.
Thanks a lot, man.
I think we should add it.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I think it went well. I think we should add it.
Get an A in union, I